Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the one that resonates with your intuition. And today, like recently, we will go for a golden nugget at the end, an extra card to clarify any questions that may come up during your reading, or at least help to clarify them. Sometimes we have to wait a while to get real clarification about what Spirit's trying to say. So choose the stone that draws you, and we'll ask that your intuition is lit up bright so you can hear what Spirit wishes you to hear. All right. For those of you who chose the speckled green stone, we have the Seven of Cups, we've got the Two of Cups, we've got the Three of Swords. This is minor arcana, not a huge kind of decision-making kind of day. It's just a day with a mix of things. I think you really are encouraged with that Seven of Cups to not fear the worst. If you're looking into the future and it looks a little murky and you're looking at possibilities, please consider the positive ones. Please, there's wealth, there's love here. There's all these kinds of positive things. And then there's the unknown. And there's things that could look a little bit menacing. And I think sometimes we tend to have a little bit of dread of the future, and we shouldn't. Because Spirit a lot of times does really want us to expect the best, anticipate the best, bring in the best. And then the Two of Cups, that's nice. That's a partnership you have where you're seeing eye to eye and there's mutual respect, and it's good for both of you. And that can be at work today. That can be your partnership, your main partnership in life. That can just be some nice interactions where you're seeing eye to eye and you feel like equals with this person. So it can be an agreement. It can be a pact as well. Like, yep, we're seeing this correctly. We've made an agreement. You almost picture them toasting each other to it. The Three of Swords is now that's some kind of repeating pattern, and it's minor arcana stuff. So it could just be an irritation. It could be a frustration, but it's some sort of repeating pattern that brings you negative emotion, negative thought. Could simply be all between your two ears, some negative thoughts that you tend to kind of want to come back and bother you. Well, or it could be that you've been grieving something and today is a day where you feel it, but it's minor arcana stuff, meaning we do have some choices here and we have some choices there. And it could be a nice conversation with somebody you see eye to eye with. That could help you, I think, is what Spirit is saying. That could really help you to switch up your thinking a little and maybe take you off this focus and also help you to anticipate better things in the future. We're made to need other people. We're made to need other people. So sometimes even a phone call or a, messaging or, sometimes just going out of your house and greeting the people around you. Maybe you end up having a conversation with somebody. Maybe this is somebody who's in your life a lot and you need to talk to them about, it's something more positive, more hopeful. Get some support maybe. That Two of Cups, this is mutually emotionally rewarding, this interaction. So it's a little bit of a recognition that we can rely on that in our lives to help us to believe the best of the future and the past, and for that matter, to look on the bright side. So there's a little bit of a reminder. For those of you who chose this lime green stone, we have the Chariot, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Hanged Man. We have two major arcana. And so that means that at this time, today or around this time, there might be something kind of major going on. And it's all right. It's all right. Not that there's anything required of you immediately. In fact, it looks to me like it's something that's been happening and it's got a life of its own. So it doesn't require anything of you other than to sort of move with it with grace. That makes it easier. Like this chariot rider, he doesn't have the reins. He's not in control of this, whatever's pulling him forward. But, you know, he could look around and enjoy the ride. He could fly through the stars and enjoy the ride. That he is moving forward with some kind of sense of destiny. And we have the Hanged Man. Like, we don't have to struggle against what's going on in our lives. You know, sometimes it's a day to very actively take control of things and make a certain thing happen. Today, it looks like to me, it's a day to move with the flow of the universe. And in fact, there is an active part to this, though. It's the decision to move with the flow and to look around at what's beautiful, enjoy what you can enjoy, what's lovely on the way, and gain a new perspective. Maybe there is some active, this is an active waiter, isn't it? He waits, but he is not passive. He is in a yoga pose. This is an active waiting. So he is also trying to gain a new perspective on the situation. And Spirit is helping him out with that. And the Rider Waite, there's like a halo of light around his head. So as long as he is accepting that he needs to just flow with this and not fight it, he gains a new perspective, a much more hopeful perspective. The Ace of Cups, I love that. That's like my cup runneth over. You know, that's Spirit giving you some love, some comfort, something lovely like that, some beautiful moment, perhaps, good emotion, or maybe simply the sense that of being filled up. So there are some powerful spiritual things happening in your life right now, and it looks like maybe it involves reliance on Spirit more. Maybe it does. Reliance on Source, reliance on God, whatever you like to call it. Your inner self. Maybe it's reliance more, but it's good. It's definitely good. You gain enlightenment with it. You gain some emotional healing with it. And you are being brought into a new place. And I assume a better place because of all this spiritual energy in this reading. All right, for those of you who would like to have another card for the golden nugget, let's see what it is. To clarify anything else, or at least move toward clarification, we have the Knight of Coins, which is a nice card. Okay, so for many of you, it's just, if you're wondering what do I need to do? The answer is obviously go about your business. You know, the Knight of Coins is the daily things that we do to increase our security. And remember, security is money, or it's health, or it's just creating, working with our hands, or bringing some things into being. That the kinds of things, though, that we do on a daily basis or regularly, nothing fantastic, nothing out of the ordinary, just moving right along. And sometimes that's, we during a time of growth in our lives, we're always wondering, what should we do? What should we change? Should we make this change? Should we make that change? What should we know? And sometimes that's when Spirit says, ask me for what you need, and then just go about your business and trust that I'm bringing it. Because to me, that always works the best when I can do that. I can ask for what I need. I can send the intention out into the universe to a loving source and leave it in that source's hands. And just go along about my business and see how it's answered. See how it's answered. Maybe we reflect at the end of the day on how things were answered. Yeah, that's a reminder to me too. You know, I'll be working today, and that's a reminder to me too to ask for my day to be ordered, for whatever epiphany or revelation that is needed, for it just to kind of drop through the top of my skull as I'm going out about my business. I'm not going to strive for it. There is a peace and reliance on that that source, that higher power, that whatever it is. You can think about it as vibrational energy. You can think about it as a being. But boy, it comes through when you ask. And that's all I have. Well, I thank you all so very, very much. You take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.